Welcome to The Art and the Artist, sponsored by Dream Studios Incorporated and the committee to present Take Back the Day Festival 2021 New York. And your host, Miss Akia Shenise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome to The Art and the Artist. I'm your host, Akia Shenise, and we are here for another interview with an artist. And this artist is very special to me because he's like my big brother from another mother. And I'm so happy to get to sit down and interview him for the first time and just sit and chat like the friends we are. And we are going to talk to none other than Benjamin Smith, who is the executive director and CEO of Dream Studio, as well as the chairman of Take Back the Day 2021. Ben, how you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I am excellent. I'm happy to sit with you. This is the first
No,
time I've ever done an interview with you.
I
So,
know, well overdue. I'm
yes,
excited, definitely.
yes, me too. Yes, so first, we're just going to sit and talk about who you are, know who is Benjamin Smith, who is Dream Studios, and later we'll talk about Take Back the Day. So
Okay.
first, who is Benjamin Smith and how did you become an artist?
Wow. Well, Benjamin Smith, he is a visionary. I am someone who look at the world through a different lens and I see the magic behind everything. I've always seen the art behind everything. And as a writer and a creator, I've always seen the magic of storytelling. So I combine all of those together to do what I do as an artist. If it's in dance, or if it's written, or if it's in poem, or if it's in script, or if it's in film. Yes, we're probably going to be working on a film soon too. But I see the vision and I see the magic behind that, and I pour myself into that. I began as an artist, a performer, when I was with my oldest sister, and she was actually my babysitter, and she had to drag me every day to her different events. And she's a playwright as well. And she took me to this place called the Dunbar. And the Dunbar is known for many amazing people. Frank Hatchett is one, and Britta Dane is number two, who's my oldest sister. But there, out of that building, came the most amazing art. It came from everything from dance to music to plays. There was the birthplace in our city of the arts. And my sister would take me with her, and she was working on the play, and they needed a little brother. So, because I was there and I was little and I was a brother, I got pulled on stage. And ever since then, I just fell in love with production. I fell in love with being on stage. And here we are now. And full circle, just still doing the production, but now on the writing and the producing and the directing end, and still loving the stage. So that's where how I became who I became in the arts.
All right. So a love from a young boy to love to now. Awesome. That's how a lot of us artists began. We began seeing that first show, being in that first show, you get that bug, as they call it. We call it the bug.
Yes.
And what I love about you, Ben, is you have that bug and you find that bug in others. And I know this is probably one of the reasons why you create Dream Studios,
Yes.
to get that talent out of kids as well as adults and the community. So talk about your baby, Dream Studio.
Well, Dream Studios stands for dramatically reaching everyone's artistic mentality. So it's my job to find the artist in each and every individual, find out where they stand in the artist world. The artist world is a lot more than just what's on stage. It's
Mhm.
a whole community, from lighting, from sound, costume design, hair and makeup, script writing, and even the person that runs and go get your cup of coffee. but it's such a big community. The marketing team, the art team that designs the posters, it's a whole world. So when we came up with DREAM, dramatically reaching everyone's artistic mentality, we knew that when we have new people coming in, mostly kids, when they come into our program, we will find a place for them. We will find their voice, and we will help them to have a platform so that they can shine and they can love their artistry. They can love who they are as artists and just shine like a star bright as day, which is part of our mantra, shine like a star bright as day. And that's what we hope all of our kids can do, that all of our adults can do, and all the people who work with us in every department can do. Shine like a star as bright as day.
Oh yes, and you have created some stars to shine, and you have some students who went on to bigger and better things, doing tours, Broadway, TV, film. So tell us a little bit about that, the stars that you have found, and now they're shining.
Well, we have had students who have done Lion King as young Nalas and young Simbas, which was an amazing journey. And it actually, we had more than one. We had three students to actually get the role. Also, we've had students who've danced in London and did some amazing things abroad. And that is amazing as well. But the most of all, the proudest moment that I am of our children, our students, is that some of them went on to college and they was able to obtain degrees in an art form. And for some of them, we awakened the artists. Some of them did not know they were artists. We had kids who did not know they were dancers, people who did not know they were actors, and some of them went on to go to school and actually receive full scholarships. And that's amazing. So when I opened up DREAM, it wasn't about the let's get rich quick and tell kids you're a star, but it's to find another avenue to maybe pay for college. Maybe you can pay for college as a theater major, especially for young men. The demand for young men, because we're so scarce in the arts, in our Black colleges and our colleges in general. So there's some scholarships that you can get as actors and as dancers, and it's an opportunity because not everybody is 7'3" and going to be shooting hoops or making touchdowns, and not everybody's going to be in the science room creating the next pandemic solution. Not everybody's going to be in those rooms, but as an artist, we find ways to give ourselves through our artistry. We find ways to just come on stage and explode at somebody else. And that's what we do. And it's amazing when you see these young kids who get on stage, and not just kids, we have adults too. I'm actually working on a showcase of my adults right now. And it's amazing to see them get on stage and find a new voice that they never found, but always wanted to find all of their lives. So it's amazing.
Yes, it is. And I've been working with you since 2009,
Wow.
where you found me.
Yes,
You
yes,
found you. You
yes,
found me. And I have grown as a choreographer,
yes, you,
working with you
yes,
and you create many different dance shows
yes,
and the camps. Um, and speaking of creating and choreography, you have worked with many different teaching artists, choreographers, different people with Dream Studios,
yes, we
besides
have,
myself.
yes,
Um, and some of those who've been on Broadway, some of them TV, film, they've done many things.
yes,
And you found them. They started with Dream Studios.
yes, exactly. And
So
we just,
you found artists who are the artists.
yes, and it's I call all the artists we sparked. I call them the gems of the North because they're truly gems. They're shining. They're gems. They're valued, and we love having them come in as guest teachers. Some of them are going and doing other things here and there, all across the country and abroad. But when they come back, they bless, they pour into the students, and they are truly gems of the North. And I think that gems, I mean, they're stars, but gems, something rare about a gem, something rare.
Yes. You can hold the gem. You
Yeah,
can look at it closely
yes,
and admire it more.
yes,
Yes, I love that.
yeah,
Gems.
gems
I'm
of
a
the
gem.
North. Yes, you are. Yes,
Special.
you are. Definitely.
And also, you talked about school, as you are alum of an HBCU like myself. You
Yeah.
went to FAM,
Yes.
Florida A&M. I went to Alabama State,
Yeah.
and you're a member of Kappa Alpha Psi at FAM, and
Yes.
I'm SOAR of Alpha Kappa Alpha. So we have a lot in common with that. So
Yes.
tell us about you in college. I know you was a business major and mine in theater, but how did college help you become an artist?
Well, in college, I learned time management, and that's important as an artist. Being a business major, minoring in theater, it was very time. You were very committed to both worlds. You were committed to being in your classes and being sharp and alert, and then you was also committed to being in the theater. Sometimes late nights in rehearsals, tech rehearsals, and hair and makeup, and doing different things. So it just was a good combination to have learning time commitment in school. But also in school, it was great to just do different things, being involved in a whole universe. Because if you know, like I know, HBCU is a whole universe. As I said on that show, it's a different world, and it truly is, because it's a world of itself. You have the president of the campus, you have you have presidents for each grade, and you have the SGA, the student government president. So there's so many offices that people can get involved in. And one of the things that I've done, which I was so proud of, is actually on my senior year, I actually was the campaign manager for Shenise Dawson, who was our Miss FAMU. And the thing about that was our school had a history of our campus queens always being a member of a sorority, which is good because the popularity is there. So she was the first female, the first person to be able to break the ceiling of not being Greek yet, because she's a Delta now, but not being Greek and winning Miss FAMU. And we had a great marketing committee, which we had everybody. We had Kappas and Deltas and myself, and just a lot of different people on the committee making it happen. And it was great. It was a great experience. So when I look back, that was my final hurrah at FAMU, because it was the year I graduated. And then the next year she was the queen, and I had to go back to homecoming to make sure that that I witnessed her coronation. So it was amazing.
Oh yes, I imagine because HBCUs are like none other.
None
I
other. We
able
have,
to go take that
yes,
chance
definitely,
because
I would say go. I
yes.
mean, you have everything from your president of your university, who's just so knowledgeable and connected with the whole corporate world. You have the deans of your school who are connected in different ways. Some of them are actors and doing things professionally, and then you have your SGA president who's there on campus, and your different class presidents that are there, and then you have royalty, then you have your courts, you have your queens, your queen of orange and green, you have the king of orange and green, you have a court. So you have royalty on campus, you have a president, you have everything. It's a different world, it's a
It
whole
is.
world, and it's so
Yes, it is.
interesting. And I would never exchange my HBCU background for anything in the world, because it's been a blessing and it's made me who I am.
Yes, yes. And we're so glad for your experience at HBCU because you're from Springfield, Massachusetts, and then you went down south. So it's totally different for you.
Totally different. And I was a little
Yes,
shocked when I got there. And at first I
really.
wanted to come back home. But you know what? After my first semester, I was stuck. And I was
Mhm,
loving FAMU. I loved everything about it. Um, there's certain things that I did not know about the college experience. But when I
mhm,
got down to FAMU, you learn a lot. I mean, I did not know how amazing the football games were. I mean, everybody loves football, but it's
mhm.
something else to be at a HBCU football game and see all of the things that happen with the dancers and the band and the team and everybody, the sea of everybody wearing your college shirt, and then the group of the fraternities and the group of the sororities, and then the pledges sitting in the front. It's just a different world, and it's
Mhm.
amazing, amazing, amazing. And oh, I mean, I would go back if I could go back to any time in the world. I would go back to my freshman year, because that was just amazing. The awakening, the
Mhm.
awakening. It definitely was.
Yes, I said the same thing. I said if I can go back in time, I wouldn't go. People's like, I'll go back to high school. Nope, I'll go
No.
back to college in
Yeah.
a heartbeat. I said, can I go now? I will go back to college in a heartbeat. I
Yes.
wouldn't do anything but one thing. Only
Mm,
thing I would change is interning in New York while I'm in college. That's the only thing
okay.
I've done. Do classes in New York while I
Right.
was in college and not wait.
Yeah.
But I will go back to Alabama State in a heartbeat.
Definitely. And I'll go back to fam. I think the only thing I would change, I don't know, because I think I loved everything about it. I met some amazing people. And I've seen people who are doing great things, who are an
Mhm.
alum from FAM, and wow, I don't know if I would change anything. I think my internships were great, my experiences were great, and one of the great things about FAMU is that when we graduated from school, we had job offers. So I had three job offers. Two of them were in Boston, and one was in Detroit,
Oh
and
wow.
the two in Boston were both financial positions, and the one in Detroit was a retail position, doing marketing, doing window dressing of mannequins. So I was
Mhm.
kind of interested in that, but I was homesick too for Massachusetts, so
So
I
you
took
chose.
I took a financial position and worked for John Hancock.
Oh wow. So have you ever went back and thought about, man, I should have did the window dressing. Maybe that would have been interesting.
I always think about it because I've always had just a interest in fashion and working in that retail world, but
Mm.
I never no. I love something about John Hancock being on the 25th floor wearing the business suit and sitting in the window and being on the train with a briefcase looking all important. It was exciting. And it was like, it's funny because when I grew up, I knew it's funny. I wanted to be a businessman. I didn't know what kind of business it was. I just wanted to
Hmm.
be a businessman. I admired the businessmen on TV. Like I would look at um Bewitch and Darren Stevens, who always was in the boardroom and creating all these art exhibits and different advertisements. And actually, that's what I was so much into that. And I could still create advertisements. I still do that.
Oh, you great
So
at that.
yeah,
Great.
so that was like the person I looked up to, seeing him and seeing the different businessmen and Larry Takes it. Then when you go and watch like stuff, I'm dating myself, I'm aging myself. But when you watch like the Beverly Hillbillies and then you see the bankers and they're doing their thing in the office, it was just so attractive to me to see these people doing things and assisting people on another level or bringing something to the table that people desired, which was truly just them being creative and coming out of their own inspirations, their own soul, and their own creativity. And
Yeah.
people desired that, and people paid for that, and that was so amazing.
And speaking of businessman, you are a business owner.
Yeah,
So coming from the business world to owning your own business, how
yeah,
is that?
it's amazing. It's amazing to know that I have been self-employed for over 18 years, and I'm doing something that I love. And sometimes I wake up and I walk the halls of my house and I say, "Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus," because I sometimes I think it's not real. I walk down the hall from the front of the house to the back of the house and look out the backyard, and I just say, "Thank you, Jesus, because you gave me a job, you gave me a career, something that I love doing, and then I just happen to be able to live off of it. And not only do I live off of it, I'm actually able to give back to our community from it as well. So I say thank you, and it's been amazing. 18 now it's more like 19 years, but it's been amazing. The journey of being a business person is good. I mean, you have your ups and downs, and this pandemic threw us for a loop. But like the phoenix from the fire, we're going to rise, and we're going to continue to rise. And that's what you have to do. You always have to. If you land, I always say this: if you fall down, you land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. So you got to always see the up. And I think there's a rapper that says, "When you're up and you're up and you're up and you're up," Cardi B, she said, "When
Yes.
you're up," and you got to think about, how do I get up? And you got to not just, you cannot, as a business person, don't look at up there and think you're going to get there. You got to say, look at the steps. Doing this, writing the business plan, finding the right team to be around you, finding great energy, having great energy in your building, and just having a passion for what you do, because you don't ever want to feel like you're a slave to the rhythm of work. You always want
Right.
to feel like you're a contributor to the community. through what you do naturally, and that's being an artist. Or it could be being a chef, or it could be something that you have a passion for. Find that passion and let it speak for you. And that's the amazing part of being a business owner.
Wow, thank you for sharing that because you always have been an inspiration to me. And watching how you run your business, it's not just running a business; you running it from love. It's you. The
Yeah.
business is you. You are the business, and you have people to help you and support you. So if you're not there, it still can run.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's what a business supposed to be. Thank you, Ben. You always been an inspiration to me, but this just that just takes the cake.
Thank you.
Yes,
Well, hey,
when it's up and it's up, then you stuck.
okay, right? That's what it is. You know,
Yep.
definitely.
All right. So being a business owner and not only business owner, you're a creator. And we're going to go now and talk about this new creation, this new project that's coming up. You got many projects. You always got projects. You never
Wait.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Always doing something for
Yes.
the community. And
Yes.
this one is called Take Back the Day.
Yes.
And I want you to tell us a little bit about this project, Take Back the Day, and what does it mean to not only New York 9/11, but to the world.
Okay. Well, Take Back the Day is an incentive to actually change the narrative of September 11th and taking it from a day of tragedy to a day of triumphs through the performing and visual arts, also utilizing community service projects. So, what we want to do is we want to spark community projects all across the United States, as well as different performances all across the United States. But the mecca of the performance will be in New York City because that's where all the attention was at when you had the World Trade Center's demise. So we want to make sure that we do a festival and we shine a light and we pay homage to the 2,977 souls, who we call them the soaring souls, the soaring spirits that are in the air. So we want to pay homage to them, but we don't want to just sit and mourn them and be stuck in a place of sadness, but we want to honor them by actually giving life and breathing new life and taking the power of the day. And how do you do that? You change the narrative. So now we're giving out scholarships to young artists. We're building a platform for new artists to be on stage. If they're a music artist who want to perform, they can be on stage and perform. And we're looking for new artists who have the vision of doing this professionally. And if they have recorded and have sold something on the SoundClouds and the different platforms, then we're looking for that artist because we want to help them to get to where they want to go and to get to a new audience. And we're looking for not just R&B, hip hop, but we're looking for every genre of music, from jazz to bebop to hip hop to rock and roll to folk to spiritual to gospel. If you got it, we want it, and classical too. But definitely, we want to use this day to just awaken and pay homage to the spirits. Now, we also are doing one of the things that we're doing in this day is we're doing an art exhibit, and we're featuring brand new artists and some well-established artists as well. For the brand new artists that are we call them the emerging artists, and we're developing scholarships so they can continue their education or buy supplies, so that once they are no longer on our platform, they walk away with something. And it came from Take Back the Day. Also, the key thing about Take Back the Day is that this happened 20 years ago. And a lot of students now, this is like Pearl Harbor. It's so far away, they don't realize if it's true. They don't consider it. But once, what we want to do is we want to take back the day and have all these different events going on. So we have someone talking about doing a gospel concert here in Springfield, which can be amazing. But for Take Back the Day, you can do a walk, you can do a water giveaway, you can do a tag sale and donate the money to a charity of your liking, and use the banner and the hashtag Take Back the Day, because we want everybody everywhere somehow to connect to taking back the day and not letting it be a day where we just see news clips from 20 years ago 3 times a day, from the morning, in the middle, the afternoon, and the evening news. But we want it to be a day of action, taking it back, adding music, adding paintings, adding life, adding visuals. And then how do we take it back? At the night, we're going to have an event where everybody can get dressed up, and we're going to give out awards to all the community volunteers, to different people who have contributed to the movement of Take Back the Day, but also some of the people who were survivors, who actually got into the trenches and helped people that were in the World Trade Center. And not only World Trade Center, though, we're also talking about the Pentagon, and we're also talking about Flight 93. All of them, 2,977 soaring souls. We want to take back that day and just give them something, give them a reason to just find a voice, a moment of to not to say that we're rejoicing over death, but we're rejoicing over power to take back the day. Now, it's been proven that the arts can be very therapeutic. There's different studies about art therapy, and we want to use this as a therapy to massage the world, not just the United States, but to massage the world and say, if you take the power out of something, it has no base on it. And we want to take back the day and not just be a day of mourning, but a day of celebration. And the way we end the day is that we will light, I don't know if they call those, but we'll light those the little fire balloons that float up at night at midnight with a prayer, and let them float into the heavens, and just let the spirits know that we still remember and we will never forget. That's how we take back the day. And that's so important to me.
Thank you. Yes, it's very important to not only remember, but a day of action and
Dave,
celebration that we taking it back. Love it. I love it. And that's why I'm happy to be a part of the project to take back the day.
and we're happy to have you as a part of the project for Take Back the Day. And we're looking forward to seeing you in different capacities on Take Back the Day, because you are an artist as well. You're a dancer, you have a beautiful
Yes.
voice, great personality. There's so many things that you can do, and different people can do. To be on the team of Take Back the Day could just be so amazing. But Kia, you're there's a reason why God brought us together in that room.
Right.
There's a
That
reason.
is,
There's a
yes,
reason. There's a reason.
yes.
Yes.
And it's many, it is proven many
Many
times.
times. Yes.
Many
Yes. Definitely.
times.
Definitely.
That's why we're family.
We are. We are.
And I'm so happy to be a part of anything that Ben does, and to take back the day. And we're hoping that you out there can be a part of Take Back the Day. There's so many opportunities that will come up, and you just want to stay tuned for that. We want everybody to be a part of this project, because you can, wherever you are, whether it's New York, whether it's down south, the Midwest, Chicago, or in the Philippines, or in London, you can be a part as well. We want to take back the day.
Definitely. And if there's anybody who's interested in being a part of it, you can actually get more information on our website, which is www.takebacktheday.org. There's applications for performers. There'll be vending opportunities as well, but there's limited vendors. We don't want to, we're really not an open market, but there are some items that, people should have, like this Take Back the Day t-shirt. There's going to be different items that we're doing, and actually we recorded a Take Back the Day theme song, which is amazing. And we're going to have a video of that, and that's going to be another person that you will definitely see on this art platform that we're creating. But we're excited, we're thrilled, we're more than excited, definitely.
Yes, this is an exciting moment, because we've been in the house, we've been inside, and it's time to not only just take back the day 9/11, take back the day from the pandemic too.
Take back every day. Take
Yes.
back the day. Every
So
day, take the power of the day.
yes, I'm happy to hear that. All right, Ben, doing great things, greater things.
Yes.
Yes, Harvard, a Harvard student,
Yes.
and then we're going to say Harvard graduate.
Yes. And then okay, and then we're
Then
also
Harvard graduate.
and they're also talking. I was talking to one of our people, and they were saying that I'm doing the the work of for the dissertation of being doctor. So they like this is the type of stuff. They told me
Yeah.
to take all my notes, take and save my videos and save my journey and make sure I write things down because
Mm-hmm.
this is that. This is my
It,
dissertation.
it
So I
sure is.
wow. I didn't even think
Mm-hmm.
about it until I was told. I was like, that's why the Harvard people are so smart. They look at what you do and say, you know, change
Mm-hmm.
the world and have a voice and have a platform. So I'm doing a lot of journaling and documenting what we're doing for Take Back the Day.
Oh
So
yes.
it's
You're
exciting.
definitely doing it for doctor. Because
Yeah.
I was one day thinking about getting my doctorate, and I already knew what I was going to talk about was going to be Black musical theater, which
Yes.
was I was going to focus on. I was thinking about that years ago. So,
Yes. Yes.
yes, and you doing great, and it's never too late to go back to school,
Never.
especially theater, because it's a
Never too
lot
late.
to learn with theater and the arts.
And then when you find that moment, you have to seize the day. Seize the
Yes.
when you'll know when the moment's right. Seize the day. Yes.
And then with that extra education and the extra knowledge, you do more research and you find different things that can better your students that you have and inspire them to continue their education as well. We
Yes,
spoke
exactly.
about education in the by HBCU, so even further education after
Definitely.
undergrad. Yes, man.
That's
See, you
so
always
important.
inspiring me.
Definitely important.
Yes,
Definitely. I say that we need to learn what we can and teach what we know. And
right.
and you know, we always need to be a beacon of light to the ones that come behind us. So, you know, I just want to be a light and I want to light the path for others.
And you are a light. Then you've been a light for many, many years. You've been a light since you were younger. I've heard.
Thank you.
I have heard.
Thank you.
You've been a light for many years and you shining your light and your lighthouse is shining and you helping others to shine their lights as well. So Dream Studios lights are shining bright. Your light is shining bright and we're going to be taking back that day so we can shine bright in another way. And
Yes.
I'm so
And
happy that I got a chance to sit with you.
thank you so much. I'm glad that we had this opportunity to actually just talk and just,
Yes.
you know, it's been amazing. It's been well over, well, way overdue, but
Well,
you know, so hopefully we'll definitely do this again.
yes, yes, yes. We're gonna do it again, definitely. We're gonna be doing it in person, so
Yes,
we can get more of a intimate look at Benjamin. You know what I want to do? I want to do like a walk around interview of dreams and talk with you that way too, and maybe talk with some teaching artists and talk with some kids and some adult that work
that
and
would
students.
that would be amazing. And as we prepare for our big event at Take Back the Day, and we're going to actually give some of the students an opportunity to come to New York and be a part of it as well. So definitely
Excellent.
we can have you in and mill around the students and get their inspiration and also
Yes.
inspire them too, because you have a great path and you have a great body of work as well.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so
Okay.
much. And before we leave, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram as Bout the Benjamins. It's funny, but it's a nickname. Bout the Benjamins is my personal Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook at Benjamin D. Smith, and you can find me on LinkedIn as Benjamin D. Smith, and you can also find me on Twitter as Benjamin D. Smith. So and also, you can find me on the website of dreamstudios.org, and you can find me on www.takebacktheday.org. So that's where you can find me.
Excellent. Thank you, Ben. It was a pleasure just sitting down with you. And we're going to do more.
Thank you. I enjoyed this interview. It's been great.
Me too. I enjoyed it too.
Yes. So let's remember, everybody, just to take back the day, September 11th, 2021 New York City Festival. Arts, performing and visual, singing, dancing, painting, sculptures, and just meeting new people and just shining a light on the possibilities, reflecting from the past and illuminating the future. Take back the day.
Thank you, Benjamin.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
And this was The Art and the Artist with Akia Shenise. Until next time, see you later.
Thank you for joining the podcast, The Art and the Artist, with your host, Akia Shenise. Thank you for joining us for Take Back the Day, the event of the year, September 21st, 2021 in New York City. Take Back the Day with us at takebacktheday.org. See you there.